good, peeps? Thank you for joining in the 2 pennies, the 2 cents, my podcast. I am your host, Nino. First of all, I'd like to thank the man upstairs always for waking me up, letting me breathe air today, go make a little money, continue my prize, and continue my journey to always try to be successful, get the money, take care of what I have to take care of, and so on and so on. People, please click that like button. Please keep them subscriptions coming because I appreciate you. And I want to thank and say a big shout out to my fans, my supporters, and my listeners. Again, I appreciate y'all. Keep the topics, keep the comments, whether negative or positive, keep it all coming because I love it, I love it, I love it. Thank you for giving me attention, whether it's negative attention or it's positive attention. And I'm not saying it's either or, but just thank you. I appreciate it because, I love it. I love it. Like I say, this is, I'm feeling great now. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. Man, that is so cool. Hold on, I got a text right quick. Let me text somebody right quick because they have another topic for me to do. And so let me text them right back and I will get to right what we finna get busy and talk about. Give me 1 second. Okay, peeps, what I'm going to talk about today was this had been brought again to my attention. If a man goes to jail, will his woman wait? Will she be loyal? What will happen? So, if a man had jail time, would his woman wait? If a man had jail time, would his woman wait? Whether a man had jail time, I'm talking about serious jail time. It's a deeply personal decision with no single right answer. It depends on the circumstances, the couple's relationship, and their individual values and expectations. I can tell you before I dive off on this, I already remember one instance. 2 fellas was down in the game real tough. Okay, they was like brothers. They weren't blood brothers. They weren't biological brothers, but they was brothers. Okay, so they was down in the game. One brother, one of the guys was like leading. He was the big kahuna when he had the game, when he was in the game. He was the man that, was getting the drug or the supply of the drugs. The other brother was working for him. So he had a little old female down, the brother that basically had the big drug. He had a little female down and all that kind of things. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of the story. Okay, the 2 brothers riding around. Now, the brother that wasn't the big time leader of the gang was riding around with the big time leader. That's what I'm trying to say. So the one brother who was just a worker, he had some time on his hands. He had this guy he about to get some time on his hands because he had a gun that had a couple of bodies on it. And he had the gun in the vehicle when the 2 brothers was riding around. Make a long story short. So the police pulled them over because, the cops always was watching the 2 brothers because they was higher than a 45. You know what I'm saying? So they know that they were selling big dope, making a lot of money, getting to the bag, and so on and so on. So the cops stopped them, but the cops pulled them both out the car, ran a check on them, got in the car, and checked all the car and everything else. So then they found a pistol. Now, the brother that ran the dope game was clean. That was running it, he was clean. The other brother, I'm just saying, that had just got out of jail and was wanted, already had a couple of bodies on the gun. If the gun was his too. So if they would have ran his name and everything, that was an automatic violation. He gone back to jail. But the one brother that ran the gang took the charge for the brother that obviously was wanted and was in trouble. But this is the story that gets to me about it. Then I'm gonna get to delve off into this. The brother went and took the charge, went to jail, bonded out. So they also found marijuana in their car. So they just thought the one brother got the lawyer and everything. So he was thinking, there's gonna be a little marijuana charge. He didn't think that the gun would come back and hunt him. And the gun did come back and hunt him. So he ended up getting 13 years. The brother that ran the dope game, had the big money, was, the king of the dope game. Remember, the other brother that had the bodies on the gun, he basically was a worker, really envying the one brother that ran the dope game. Pete, do you know that brother went dead like by 10 years? Okay, when the brother went dead 10 years, the brother that he took the charge for didn't put no money on his books, didn't come to see him, stole his gal, but I'm not going to put this on the one dude. I'm going to put this on the women too, because women are trifling too. But the man had 10 years, stole his gal, married her, and got her pregnant, had a baby by her. But I just want to put that little tidbit in y'all head before I get off in this and dive off into this real serious. But anyway, here I go. The factors influencing the decision, the nature of the offense, the severity and the nature of the crime committed by the man can significantly impact the woman's decision. Yeah, because, okay, I put it to you like this. If I got a woman and I get a case, I catch a case, and I have to do at least 5 years and up. And you can do 5 years for DUI, or something like that. But if I got to do 5 years to maybe 15, 20, I'm going to go and disconnect from that woman. That woman's not going to be with me no more. How can I expect that woman to wait 5 years plus on me? And I already know my homie's going to be shooting at her. Okay, when I went to jail and started doing my time, it said 5 years for DUI, you get 10 to 15 for maybe drugs, you can go for armed robbery, that's 15 to 20. That's not even talking about a murder case. If it's a murder case, it's a wrap. But my point I'm trying to say is, if I was to get 5 till 20 years, 5 years, do you know how long 5 years is? That's 60 months. In my mind, it's a wrap. I mean, she can call me and she can come put money on my books and we can talk. And she can come up there and see me, have my little old visits, my conjugal visit and everything. But in my mind, my female is gone, man. That's a long time to wait. That's a long time to ask her to wait. Now, if I'm talking about I'm just being in jail a couple of months or something like that, and I have held her down and basically took care of her, and let's say that we have a child together. If I've been in jail for maybe 2 or 3 months, or maybe 1 or 2 years, I'm not gonna lie. I expect her to wait on me. Now, knowing a woman, I know she gonna keep everything 100, and I know she gonna slip up and get down and dirty with one of my homeboys. I know she is. I'd rather she keep that to herself. And again, your biggest homeboy is be the one that backstab and go back and pop your girl, or go back and get down with your girl, or go back and end up doing the do with your girl, because they already know who's the common bond between you two. Who know more between your girl and you? It's your homegirl. It's your homeboy. So I know my homeboy gonna smash my girl. And I know my girl gonna smash my homeboy. I mean, but that is what it is. So if I'm doing 1 or 2 years, hey man, don't tell me that. But I still expect my old lady to wait on me. The length of the sentence. A short sentence may be easier to navigate than a lengthy one. Potentially, accepting the relationship viability. Just what I said. 1 to 2 years, baby, you gotta wait on me. Especially if I've been holding you down, I've been carrying this torch. I've been taking care of you, whether I'm a hustler, whether I'm working a 9 to 5, I got a good 9 to 5, whatever. I'm expecting you to hold me. I'm expecting you to be loyal to me. Now, I know you're going to dibble and dabble and sneak around and do something, but I still expect, if I got to do, say, 24 months, yeah, I expect you to be there for me when I get out. I expect you to still be my old lady. I probably wouldn't persecute myself and get out and ask you all these questions about who you've been with, what's going on, what you've been doing all this time. I've been gone, because I don't know why fellas do that, because you know your woman gonna slip around. If your homeboy ain't smashing, somebody gonna smash it, because women get lonely. I don't care how much they loyal to you. I don't care how much they get down for you. I don't care how much they supposed to love you. Women get lonely. And when you gone, somebody gonna step in and fill that space that you gone. And again, if you was a big bag resource, meaning if I go to jail and my old lady, I basically was carrying her, I'm talking about financially. She didn't have to work or nothing. And when she did work, she was able to keep her own money, because I paid all her bills or whatever. All she gonna do is find somebody else, since I'm gone, to fill that void. So, I expect you still, if I had to do 2 years or 3 years, be with me, be there when I get out. All I'm gonna say is, shawty, this was gonna make me mad. Strap up, put a rub on, because 2 things gonna have me real hot. You end up pregnant, or I get out, and if I even did 3 years, man, when I get out, I'm ready to smash. Strap up, don't get pregnant, or don't give me nothing. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying on that. Relationship dynamic. The couple's history of communication and emotional bond are crucial factors in determining the feasibility of waiting. Let me repeat that again. The relationship dynamic, the couple's history, communication, and emotional bond are crucial factors in determining the feasibility of waiting. If we was a good couple, no rocky road, I'm not being abusive, even if the woman not being abusive. If we had a good relationship, even though I'm doing what I'm doing, whether it's good or bad, we was real solid, that's cool too. If we always communicate, we always was checking up on each other. We kept everything 100. We always discussed everything. We weren't pulling no punches. We didn't hide anything. I'm talking about we was a good couple. This little old, I got caught with something that came back in my past that I didn't take care of. The police stopped me, and so now it came back to bite me in the keister. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go to jail. But basically, we was a good couple. We always communicated. Emotional bond, we were straight on that. And so saying that, the female still is gonna be like, okay, what I'm gonna lose when waiting, because the feasibility of waiting is I was the sole financial provider. See, I was a financial provider. So now she got to change her whole program around. She had a job, she was saving her home, but she was saving her money because I was giving her money. I was giving her bread, I was giving her stacks. She could go shopping. She could take care of the kids, go get her hair done, all them kind of things. Now I'm locked up. Now I gotta take all the money I have to pay the lawyers. You know, if I'm facing, now this couple of years, but now if I got a big case stemming against me and I'm possibly gonna do some big time, now I'm paying this lawyer. You know, these lawyers charge $300-400 an hour. You know what I'm saying? So now all the bread I done stacked up and put up from where my job, or even if I'm hustling, now it's decreasing and it's declining. Because I'm paying this public defender, you know, and I'm paying this lawyer, I still got to go to trial. All that's going to come into effect. And if my case is a big dope case, with a lot of notoriety, and say something like I might have been possibly a ghetto superstar, something like that, or them folks was out to get me. Now, I'm running out of money because now they want to glorify or they want to glamorize the whole deal of me going or seeing what I'm gonna get. You know, my trial might be real big. It might be. I'm not saying I'm a celebrity, but I might have been, you know, one of the big hood figures in the hood. So now, like I say, the money that I had stacked up is dwindling down because I'm getting charged up while I'm sitting in jail just to get my freedom. And I might not still even get my freedom. D, personal values and expectations, individual beliefs and loyalty, forgiveness and commitment play a vital role in the decision-making progress. Well, loyalty goes a long way. I would appreciate if you forgive me, and commitment play a long way. But I'm just saying, if you got a female that's riding with you to the fullest, she gonna forgive you because, and especially things happen. You go to jail, especially if you have took care of some tickets or you didn't take care of some tickets back in the day. You know, things like that. Things will mount up. Things will happen. Now, I'm pretty sure the female can forgive me if I just do a little bit of time. Because I'm going to go back to what I was saying earlier. That even that little bit of time I was in, I'm talking about a couple of years or whatever, now you got to expect me to forgive you. And I'm going to forgive you. Because even though I'm not saying nothing, but I'm not stupid. I know all that time I was locked up, 36 months, 48 months. Baby, you was smashing somebody. Don't tell me you just sitting at home, somebody pillow talking with you. Don't tell me you just at home going to bed every night. Because, see, you figuring your future that me and you supposed to have been together. Now I'm in jail, and, you know, a woman need a man to lean on. Now you trying to figure out what you going to do. Because, see, the indecisiveness is you don't know what's going to happen to me. So now you're vulnerable, and here comes this Joe coming through, you know. He give you a long line of, okay, well, your man locked up. We don't know what's going to happen to him. But see, he going to play on your emotions and tell you what you want to hear to get between your legs. So if I do end up getting out, I expect you to forgive me. And I know you hurt. And I probably do owe you because, you know, as it go on, I kind of slowed up time because I went to jail for a little bit. We was trying to build a future. So I would appreciate if you would forgive me, still stay loyal, and still stay committed, because I did get out. I could have did a long term, or I could have never got out. But by the same token, too, you know, I'm going to forgive you, because still, I don't care in a little bit of time. I know mostly women would have did something. There's still some women that's holding rock solid tight. Every woman wouldn't have slept around, you know, got smashed. I'm saying within a 2 or 3 year radius. Again, if it's 5 years on, I'm going to go and cut the relationship myself, because I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I couldn't expect that female to wait on me that long. I couldn't. I'm just going to be righteous. And I know I'm going to get some get back on that. Man, you crazy. She should wait on you. Man, 5 years is a long time. 5 years, a long time. I put it like this to you fellas. Twist it around, pivot. If your girl you love go to prison 5, 6 years, 72 months, 60 months, you gonna tell me you honestly gonna wait it out for her? You gonna wait it out, which means you not gonna kick it, you not gonna smash no other female. You in your mind just gonna say, I'm gonna be straight, straight now. I'm not doing nothing. I'm gonna wait this out with her. Yeah, you tell me that, but actions speak louder than words. Social stigma and support. The couple may face judgment or disapproval from family and friends, which can strain the relationship. Well, I don't think that's going to be. The mom and dad are going to say, well, he ain't on no good stuff anyway. I told you from day one he wasn't no good. That's what they're going to say about me when I'm in jail or whoever the relationship this man and woman, is going to be. You know the parents going to kill him. He wasn't no good. I told you he was this and he was that. He ain't nothing but trouble. He toxic and all that. But anybody can go to jail. And if I was a little bit bad, or even if the dude and the female he dealing with in the relationship, even if the dude was a little bit bad, still though the woman loved the man. Cause he bad didn't mean he treated her bad. Or he acted out bad behavior toward her. But the mom and the dad or whatever, or the family, gonna say, see, I told you from day one, he was nothing but trouble. He was this, he was that. But when I was taking care of, when the man was taking care of your daughter or such and such a thing, giving her all this lavish stuff, she having a nice car, she coming through with money that I done gave her, even taking the mom out, taking mother-in-law out and everything, my little shot to go get her hair done. And I throw her enough for some bread. I throw enough for the bag. Then you go get mother-in-law hair done. Mother-in-law wasn't talking about nothing that now. She wasn't talking about nothing about that then. All of a sudden when I go to jail now, and there's no more money coming through, coming in her hand, or no more money coming in right now. Now her feedback, the dad feedback, the father-in-law feedback, I told you he was no good anyway. See, all that boils down to is the money done stopped. I could have been crooked as a bar of snakes. The long as I was giving them some kind of money, yeah, they would have had their little old opinions about me and everything. But see, I'm in jail. The fella's in jail. But now the money done stopped. So that's when all the negativity gonna come from the family and everything. So that's just how that goes. Practical considerations. The woman's ability to support herself and the children, and the man's ability to maintain contact while incarcerated are practical forms to consider. Oh yeah, if you got kids, man, I appreciate you, baby, for holding it down. And I'm going to keep in contact with you because I'm not only worried about you, I'm worried about my little kids, man. I'm trying to get out of here. I know y'all need me. I know y'all miss me. I know my kids miss me. I miss y'all. I miss my family. But I appreciate you, baby, for holding it down. But daddy trying to get out. But this correctional this correctional facility and this judicial system ain't easy as you think it is. Even if you got money. You see celebrities that got big money. Big money. Big money. They can't just walk out. They can't just get out. Shit, it's all about money, but it's also about persuasion and who you are. And it's all about the public defenders, like the lawyers and the judges and all that. See, they raking in all the money. And as long as you keep somebody in jail, especially a big prominent figure in jail that got a lot of money, that's what they love it. Because all that time you keep them in jail, from court to the lawyers, attorneys, all that, it's all about money. So even if you got that big bag, it ain't just easy getting out. That's why they say trouble. It's easy to get in and it's hell to get out. Potential challenges awaiting. Emotional strain. The separation and uncertainty can be emotionally taxing for both partners. Oh yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Once you get in jail, and if you got a big case, you really don't know if you're gonna get out. Your female don't really know if you're gonna get out. You can have all the money, you can have the best attorneys, and then this is what's gonna go on. It can look like you're gonna get out, and then this also plays a big part in it. When you first seen them charges, you thought you was gonna get a little bit of time, even with your money. But see, say if you had some priors, say if something that came up, say if you got a gun charge, and you had that one body on there, but then again, now 2 or 3 bodies that came on there. See, you up the river without a paddle. You ain't gonna get up out there. You got them bodies on there too. That's why I was saying I would always tell anybody, a dope case is bad, murder is bad, 211 robbery, armed robbery is bad, home invasion. Man, but if you got them gun charges, if you got a gun, a throwaway, if you got an unknown gun, and it's on you, man, that can be the death penalty because you don't know how many bodies on that gun before it got in your hand. And once the last person that get caught with the gun, and this is so sad, has to take the brunt for everything that's on the gun. How many bodies or whatever. So man, I'm just saying, I wouldn't want no charges, but I sure wouldn't want no gun charges. Cause boy, that would have you tossing and turning in your cell every night. That would have you tossing and turning. I know it would have me because I'm in that cell thinking, I don't know how many bodies is on this gun. Now I'm in there for this one charge, but once the authorities get to digging and prying and, using technology and putting up more things and going back years and years, might be even reopening a cold case. Now, again, you up the creek without a paddle. Relationship stress. The long-term separation and potential changes in the man's character or behavior can strain the relationship. Well, when a man or even a woman been in jail so long, now they're getting institutionalized. They're getting institutionalized. If you do a long time term in the penitentiary, the prison, the correctional facility, you're getting institutionalized. That's why I say again, 10 and up, 15, hey man, kill that relationship. And that's the same thing for a lady. If you finna do big time in a correctional facility, kill that relationship with your man. Because now, you caught up in the prison thing. Why you think so many people that do a lot of significant time get out and go right back? Institutionalized. Been saying that for the longest. They get out, they don't know what to do. They got decades in time done passed. They've been in the penitentiary 10 years plus. Man, trends done changed, decades. When they went in, such and such a show on, or this was going on, or this trend was going on. Now they coming out. They totally still stuck in when they went in. And they done elevated and went to a whole nother level. So they don't know what's going on. That's why changes happen. That's why, hey, you got somebody that's going to be in jail for a long, long time. Again, male or female, you're in a relationship, either or, the woman or the man. Hey man, cancel that relationship. It's over. I know you're trying to be loyal, but it's over. Because when they get out, they're going to be a lost cause. They're going to be a lost cause. You can't blame them. They're going to be a lost cause. So, that is what it is. Social isolation. The woman may experience social isolation or judgment from others. Well, her man is gone now. And plus, everybody is chirping in her ear. telling her that this dude or this son of this SOB wasn't gonna be nothing from day one. This SOB is this SOB is that. How could you stand by him this long and things like this? You know, everybody gonna knock you down. But the same people that's coming down hard on her, you remember, sweetie, your man ain't no saint either. Your man has things that he done too. But, oh yes, that'll push a woman to where, she don't even want to socialize with nobody. Because she can't go out and about without just seeing what's going on in her life, without all they talking about is your jailbird in jail. Your jailbird of a man. He's in jail. I told you this, I told you that. People don't want to hear this. Of course, she know that her man is in jail. She is going through that. She has enough emotional strain. Especially if they got kids. She don't got to hear that all the time. She want to just hear some comfort. She don't even want to talk about her man in jail all the time. But you know people gonna ride you down. They just looking for anything because they're miserable. So again, misery loves company. Financial difficulties. The woman may face financial difficulties. But you know, we hope not. We hope something might come through and help her out. We sure do. We hope something might come through and really help her out. Potential benefit of waiting. Rebuilding trust. The couple can work to rebuild trust and strengthen their relationship during the man's incarceration. Well, now, if this is short term, because sometimes the best thing, if you had problems before the man went in jail, is we need a little separation. But I'm pretty sure he's ready to come home, and I'm pretty sure she's ready for him to come home. But yeah, they have to really start over. It's kind of like start over from ground zero, start over from day one. Because now it's uncertainty towards him, and it's uncertainty towards her. The uncertainty towards him is he has to get out, start all over. If he's been there for a while, he might have to lose. He might have lost his job. Then he's gonna be on probation. He got to report. So now he got to get a new job and all that. And so now he got to start from scratch. And the uncertainty from his old lady or his woman is, okay, when he get out, did this one time change him? Is he going to be a new man? A lot of people that go to jail, again, institutionalized, and they get out only for a month or so, go back to doing the treachery that got them in there, and that's all they know instead of trying to get out, get a job, and start and rebuild back over. So the uncertainty from her is she really trying to see, well, has he learned his lesson? Or is he going to get out, do a little good, and then eventually head back to the slammer? Personal growth. The woman may experience personal growth and self-discovery during a challenging time. Well, the personal growth comes because the woman knows, especially if she was codependent on the man, now I might have to just really stand up solid and do this by myself, especially if we have kids. She might find herself really, because she has to find herself. Because again, before this man went, he was taking care of everything. He was doing everything needed. He might have his good and bad days, but he was doing everything that was needed. And so now she don't know what his future fate is gonna be. And even if he get out, he been in there for a while. So now she has to step up and handle business. Because she's still a grown up. They still have kids. So her personal growth can be a challenging time. Because she's not accustomed to this. She's not used to this. She used to being a woman, being pampered, spoiled, getting what she wants, laying up in the lap of luxury and doing her thing. But now, daddy went to jail, so now things turn. Family unity. Waiting for the man can be a way to maintain a family unity and provide stability for the children because they have the bond to stick together. See, they figure now the mother and the kids, they all they got. Because the breadwinner, the staple, the provider, the solid rock, the solid construction that held them down, he's incarcerated. So now that brings mother and the kids together, because especially if you got kids that are maybe adolescents or teenagers, a couple of boys or girls or whatever, so they got to help out mom more, But if you got little babies, then that's different. But then again, it can bring them more together because now dad is gone, the kids, and when dad was out, he wasn't also spoiling mom, he was spoiling the kids. Now the kids like, well, we got to, tighten up our chin strap. We got to be more home-based toward mom, help mom through recovery. Strengthen the love, strengthen the faith. Dad might get out, and we hope dad's going to get out, but we got to help mom through this period. And mom got to help us through this period. Because not only dad, mom, and the kids, all of them are going through something. Second chance. Waiting can give the man an opportunity to reflect on his actions and make positive changes. Nothing changes, nothing takes a fool and can straighten him up and be a martyr more than time. When you sit in jail and don't have no time in your hands, a time on your hands, that can take the wildest, the most rambunctious, the most craziest knucklehead, and I'm talking about man or whatever, old man or whatever, and change him to the simplest, down-to-earth, coolest dude once he get out around. Because, again, he might like, oh, I don't want this no more. When you just sitting in this little old cell, all the time, or when you sitting with, if you got time, somebody hollering at you, telling you what to do. And I know men on men, especially if a man used to being around a woman, man get tired of being around all these men. That ain't how he get down. That ain't how he flow. That ain't how he roll. He like, hey man, this ain't me. I tripped out. I gotta do better than this. I'm gonna do better than this. So either you gonna get it together or you not. And so hey, let's keep it 100 again. No matter how much time some knuckleheads do, where it's this much to that much. Some get it and change, but some still is just caught up. They caught up in that vibe. That's what they live. So it's crazy. If a man had jail time, would his woman wait? I would think so. I can't say I don't really know. Maybe, a mirror of a time. But 5 years and on, I'm going to keep it a buck, which I wouldn't expect her to wait. That is too long. I wouldn't expect her to wait. Because I look at it like this. Being locked up in jail and you had a woman, it's the same thing as being in a long distance relationship and they don't work. You got to be there with them. You have to be there with them. You can write all these fabulous letters. You can illustrate all these feelings. You can explain this and you can explain that. You can say, I'm sorry, you can say all this and all that. She can come see you. Y'all can touch hands on the glass. You can have your little conjugal visits. I'm talking about when a man locked up and his woman comes see him. But it's not nothing like that all day, every day time together. I wake up in the morning with you. We at this house. We got kids. You go to work. I go to work. Or We do what we do, you do what you do, and then we come back home. You locked up. There's no certainty. There's a feeling. There's a certain feeling of I don't know what's gonna happen. It's not a promise to you. That's why I say about a long distance relationship. That's why I don't really deal with them. I have tried them not to get off course what I'm talking about. A long distance relationship can't work because how can you expect a man or woman to say I love you and the common denominator is we talking on the phone? Being locked up in jail for a long time, for a mere time, maybe a couple of months, maybe a couple of years, you might got a chance then. But 5 years and up, in my estimation, in my opinion, it's not gonna work. You're asking too much. If a man had jail time, would his woman wait? 2 pennies, 2 cents, my podcast.